You ready to go out? It's time. All right, let's go. This is Biscuit. She is 14 years old now. She is a feisty little girl and likes to be in charge of her own space. This is typical behavior for a horse. She's nice and clean. Oh, Biscuit. When she was sick, you knew she was sick because she would stand in her stall with her head in the corner. It was like, don't bother me. I don't feel good. Called the vet, she ran some tests. We found that there was some insulin resistance. That's when Dr. Whittle, my local vet, started talking to Dr. Hart at UGA, reaching out for some extra help.
Well, what's great about having a specialist, and especially one that you could speak with on the phone pretty frequently, when something changes, I don't have to wait to talk to her. I can just call her. She could offer advice on what we can do differently. Is it something we need to send into the university, or can we deal with it on the farm?
So Biscuit actually has 2 hormonal disorders. She has a problem with her pituitary gland that causes certain hormones to be too high in her blood. It's called Cushing's disease. And she also has a disease called equine metabolic syndrome, which is very similar to type 2 diabetes in people. It's very hard for her to control her insulin and blood sugar levels. In people, that causes a lot of health consequences, but in horses, it's even worse because it can cause laminitis, which is very severe inflammation and breakdown in their hooves. And that, in and of itself, the laminitis can be life-ending for the horse because it's so painful.
Even though we were treating her, we weren't winning the battle. When we brought her to the university, that's where they discovered her blood values, despite what we were doing, were still elevated. So they had to put her on specific medications while she was there. Since then, she's been home and we've been managing her quite well.
Sherry was really dedicated in finding things that worked for her, weighing out all of her feed, and really very closely following our instructions. And with some trial and error with Dr. Whittle and Sherry and ourselves here, we were able to find a diet that she liked, that she ate, and that was low enough in sugar to get her insulin under control. I think Biscuit's case is a really good example of the triad of care in internal medicine. The diseases she has are not short-term fixes. They're not best managed in a hospital. Being able to keep her at home, have Sherry handle her diet and medications, and have Dr. Whittle check in frequently with her blood work on the farm and report those results to me, has enabled Biscuit to be where she's happiest and where she does best, and has enabled us to give her the best veterinary care possible.
Good girl, Biscuit. Good girl.